Good morning. Good morning, brothers and sisters. It is 7 a.m. 7:02. So it's a little drag there. And we are in day 9 of the Proverb Challenge. Just want to start this off with just praying for the the families affected by recent murder in our community. It's a really tough time. People are frustrated. Kids are scared. The police are doing everything they can. And it's just a tough time for us right now. So it's sobering. You feel like you're working. You do all you can. We know that, evil is always going to exist. But it just, when it hits home, it's just hard, So if you are in Kankakee, actually today, we're going to meet at Martin Luther King Park, where this young man was gunned down, just gunned down, man. So young, just so young, just really tragic. We're going to meet out there. And I know when we have meetings and stuff like this, stuff happen and people respond, and some people are even just frustrated with even coming to the meeting together. And, it's just like, what is it going to change? But I want to encourage you today to come. We have some solutions. Some of you may or may not remember. We met a while ago, and we actually took note of a lot of our community members' concerns. And there's a plan that's been developed. We're going to kind of introduce what some of those plans are as we just look into the future together to deal with the violence in our community. So I know that's not a part of the Proverb Challenge, but, my community is hurting right now. My people are hurting. And I want to make sure that you, wherever you are in the country or in the world, pray for us, pray for Kankakee, pray for Kankakee County, pray for our government, pray for our police department, pray for our school district, pray for our churches, pray for all people that's in leadership in our community. Because while these tragic things have happened and have been very painful and discouraging, there are some really cool, good, God-sent, God-ordained things happening in the community. And a lot of people just don't know it. So 5 o'clock today, Martin Luther King Park, come out. And we're not just talking. So I'm just going to be real with you. If you're not ready to do anything, don't even come. I'm just being real with you. Just don't even bother coming. This is not about ranting and raving and crying and boohoo. And this is about rolling up our sleeves and getting out here doing something. And we got something we can do. All right. So Proverb 9. I hope you have been reading through this. And this particular part of this proverb is essential, even for the relevance to where we are right now, not just in our community, but also in our homes. We have a lot of people of faith right now that are just dead. Faith dead, joy dead, hope dead, peace dead, the ability to have relationships dead, ability to stay focused and stay faithful to the things that you may be responsible for or the things that you called to, just dead. And that's not of God. God is all about life. Jesus said, I am the truth, the way, and the life. He said, the words I speak, they are spirit and they are life. He said, I came that you might have life and have it more abundantly. And that life is expressed in our daily lives. It's not just the hereafter. It's right now. It's a life that's vibrant, a life that is consistent, a life that can lock down on something, commit to something, stay committed to it, stay focused on it, and see some fruit come of it. But there in this proverb, you're going to see that there is something that I believe that we can look at. And, some might say, oh, you speculating or you're reading something into it, but just pay attention to what this says. In Proverb 9:19, this is what he says. He says, a foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knows nothing. For she sitteth at the door of her house on a seat in the high places of the city to call passengers who go right on their ways, saying to them, whoso is simple, let him turn in hither. And as for him that wanteth understanding, she said to him, stolen waters are sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. But he knoweth not that the dead are there, and that her guests are in the depths of hell. And so you may say, well, how does this relate to where the death is coming from, and why so many believers are apathetic and just indifferent to the problems that's going on in their homes or in their communities? Why is it that we're watching these things happen and are doing no more than talking? Well, he says that a foolish woman is clamorous. Clams, they just flapping, lips flapping. He says a foolish woman. And now you may think about this in the way of a gender, but I'm gonna tell you something. This is not just, in my opinion, and you can argue with me on this if you want to, but in my opinion, this is not just in the matter of gender. This is in the matter of a spirit. The spirit is clamorous. It's simple. It's not really on nothing, but actually seducing people. Don't really know anything. Can't tell us anything to give us life, but always leading to death. And listen to some of the traits of this woman, or this spirit, as I would say. She sits at the door of her house on a seat in the high places of the city. Well, where are the high places of the city? The high places of the city are where things converge. Popular things, powerful things, things that gets people's attention, things that has everybody's eyes on it. She sits there. This spirit is right there, where news is being disseminated, where information is being given, where teaching is happening, or all of these kind of things. That's where she's sitting, right? And so, you're right. My mom says, I believe that the spirit is noisy. Yes, that is so true. Noisy. It's making noise. And here's what this spirit does: calls passengers who are going right on their ways, and really is seducing them and saying, if you are lacking understanding, how many people right now are searching? And they searching here and there and reading these books and all out in the wilderness and all of this wild stuff, trying to get answers. They lack understanding. She's looking for them. She says, yeah, come in here to me. But then what does the spirit actually then say? Stolen waters are sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. Some people really can't even sleep unless they feed off some kind of garbage in the dark, some kind of secret, some kind of gossip, some kind of bad news, some kind of accusation, somebody spilling the tea, right? Always got something to say about somebody or something, always pointing the finger, placing blame, always clamoring, just clamorous. But really, they ain't doing nothing. And I see that with our leaders in our community, how our leaders go out every day working hard, trying to do stuff. And I've had to encourage some of our leaders, like, look, these people that all they doing is talking, pay attention. They never doing anything but talking. That's all they doing is talking. And you can put a million different opportunities in front of them to actually go out and do something, and they still just talking. They'll come and they'll look at the plan or look at the opportunity. They'll see the need, and then they'll start criticizing the leaders. They'll start criticizing you if you trying to do some work. All they're doing is talking. Just talk. Talk. Looking in books, not looking at the book. I know that's right. Yes. Put your comments in there. I want to hear what you got to say about this, because this is real serious. So all this stuff is done in secret, and then they'll come around you like they're your friend, smile in your face. As soon as you turn around, if not before you turn around, some of them be smiling at you while you walking up, and they're like, I can't stand this. I can't stand it. Smiling at you the whole time. And then we wonder where the death comes from. We wonder why our kids grow up and they so afraid and they so angry, because they watching this spirit of this clamorous woman. And check this out. And I know some of us, you may say, yeah, this is just a seductress and she's trying to get you. No, this is not talking about sex and all of this kind of stuff. This is saying, he's saying, look, at her house, ain't nobody there but the dead. And so we have to ask ourselves the question, if we in this kind of circle, why are you there? What makes them want to invite you all the time? They're always calling you with the tea. Always calling you to tell you what so-and-so did, what so-and-so said, how so-and-so failed, how these people ain't doing this and how these people are not doing that, and whose fault it is. And yeah, this just, we just got to, and we got to do something, but they ain't doing nothing. And I mean to be a little bit on the slang side. They ain't doing nothing. And yes, I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated because my city is hurting. People are hurting. People are crying. Children are dying. And you got this spirit seducing people into her house to sit around with the dead and do nothing but talk. I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, man, you got to run from that stuff. Listen, I have been caught up in that. I'm going to be the first one to tell you, I've been caught up in the clamorous talk, not realizing why I'm going through what I'm going through, my family hurting, and maybe my children out of sortness, because I done sat up and talked about somebody else's kids. I done sat up and talked about somebody else's wife or somebody else's husband or somebody else's business or somebody else's ministry or somebody else's profession. I done sat up and talked about somebody else. I'm glad I learned that from this book of Proverbs. Like, man, you better get up out of that house. And you may say, well, I ain't in nobody's house like that. Well, you know where this woman's house is? Where these high places are now? Where's that high place where all the clamor, the information is converging? YouTube, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. It's a whole lot of garbage that takes place in these high places. And we don't realize that we need to take control of our feeds. I hear people say, yeah, I had to get off Facebook. Why? It's just too much drama. Well, so you have no control over your feed? You don't know how to unfollow? You don't know how to unfriend? You don't know how to take this stuff out of your feed and make sure that your feed has only the things that are uplifting and encouraging to you. You don't know how to do that. So we have a choice as to what house we go into. And the people of God should be saying, let us go into the house of the Lord. And that, you may look at that as a church, or you may look at that as, you know what, I'm going to take control of my feed. I'm going to take control of who I'm listening to. I'm going to be aware of this clamorous voice that's always antagonizing something or somebody. I'm going to cast down all of this stuff. I'm going to keep my hope for my city. I'm going to keep working. I'm not going to be just a hearer of the word. I'm going to be a doer of the word. I'm not going to see needs in my community and do no more than just talk. I'm actually going to roll up my sleeves and I'm going to get out here and I'm going to do something. Otherwise, brothers and sisters, it's a dead life. Christ did not give his life for us to live dead. He didn't give his life for us to be useless and meaningless and have no impact and have no influence. He gave us, right, not the spirit of fear where we scared of what's happening. That's why a lot of these people in these places, and they won't get out there and do anything. They're just living in fear. So he gave us a spirit of love, of power, and a sound mind. A sound mind, meaning not a mind full of strife and arguing and debating and accusations and all of this other kind of stuff. A sound mind is a mind that can stay focused on the Lord. I can keep my mind stayed on you, and he keeps me in perfect peace. So I pray today for you and myself as well. And listen to this, unfriend the drama. That's right. We need to unfriend the drama. Till tomorrow. I hope I'm not too far over my time, but I think it's necessary for us to really think about this clamorous woman, this clamorous spirit. Make sure that we're not getting tangled up in the bondage of words that do nothing but kill us and take us to the depths of hell. That's what he says. And that her guests are in the depths of hell. And that hell is not like the burning fire hell. It's like some people just like literally living a living hell. It's just, they always in some fight, some argument. They all their relationships struggling. They going from job to job. It's always the job fault, and always tangled up with the law or just always contention. Might want to check who you're listening to, what house you're in more than any other house. For us who love the Lord, I say, listen, let's keep it real with ourselves first. I've already confessed. I know I've done it. Let's turn away and let's trust the Lord. So, hey, God bless you. Hey, Ashley, God bless you too. Thank you. Auntie down in Atlanta, God bless you. Thanks for joining. I'll be right back here, 7:00 in the morning. Ready to talk about Proverb 10. Read it. Come ready to share what you got out of Proverb 10. I'm just going to wait when I get on tomorrow to see if you bring something. And we're going to start with what you say. How about that? All right. All right. Got a deal? Got a deal? Got a deal? Come with something. Come with something. God bless y'all. Have a good weekend. If I don't